Today, we're going to talk about music lyrics and, pursuant of that, their portrayal in cinema. So, I listen to a lot of music. Vocal music is the most important to me because vocal music is far and away the most challenging. There are poets in this world, there are writers, and the epitome of their combined creative effort, to me, lies in songwriting. Songs give us stories told at the height of human emotion, equal parts real and fantasy, which blend the most dire, impassioned outbursts of artistic potency. Engaging with song lyrics is to engage humankind at its most raw and most loquacious alike. It's a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, and quite transparently, most folks don't actually listen to the lyrics. They're not here to parse the meaning of the poetry, they're just here for the vibe. Quite often, said vibe deliberately contradicts the actual meaning of the song. Many musical works which seem upbeat or motivational are, in truth, pained pleas for humanity and compassion, or grim recounts of trauma long past, or both. It is regrettably oh so common to see individuals which never understood a single word of their favorite songs. Thankfully, there is usually one place where song lyrics are respected: films. In the realm of artistry, other artists are the ones most poised to understand and appreciate your efforts, and therefore the most likely to utilize them appropriately. Even when just licensing songs, directors generally pay careful mind to the intent and value of the lyrics, using them to promote deep reflection of a film's themes. Generally. But sometimes, like the average listener, directors don't much care either. They include songs only for their atmosphere and not for any philosophical, thematic, or narrative purpose. There are countless examples of these flubs, but we'll go over just a few. Firstly, let's talk about Pressure and Time. Pressure and Time is a song about the unsustainability of the American work ethic, the systemic cost of toxic masculinity, and the worker's desperation to receive what he's owed. The singer details that, hey, I know the value in work, as everyone should, but this is too much. Companies keep bending us, manipulating, squeezing, pressing, exploiting, even though all we want is our just due. All we want is to eat, all we want is to live, all we want is basic security. And eventually, with enough of that pressure and enough time, we will break free of their chains. The song includes such poignant lines as, "Take me out of this mudslide of never enough. Let me eat from the fruit right off of the tree." And, "When God gets a rest 'cause 6 days are just too much, I can only pray he doesn't forget about me." Powerful, evocative, desperate begging from a man who's been used and abused to the point of breaking. God's sake, he just wants what's fair, and he can only take so much of this misery before it's too much. It's a great song, and I highly recommend it. So, how's it used in other media? Well, it's most famously the theme song of Ride to Hell, which has nothing to do with any of Pressure and Time's themes, but hey, at least it sounds period appropriate, even if the choice is in poor taste. But you know where else Pressure and Time appears? Car commercials. Yeah, that classic rock song about exploitative capitalism and how it crushes the spirit of the American man. Let's just put that over a car commercial. It's a total, tone-deaf lack of media literacy and social awareness. For another equally, if not more obscure example, let's look at the song View from the band Monomies. It's a song, broadly, about someone who misses a dear partner, and the view without them framed as an expedition to a strange land. It could be taken any number of ways. It could simply be someone heading on a trip who's desperate for their partner's affection. It could also be someone spiraling into a deep depression post-breakup. Either way, the emotions here are intense, centered on a wistful longing for something now lost. It includes such lyrics as, "It feels so strange to be out of place when you know you're breathing in different air. I search for feelings that I try to trace with a gin and tonic rockin' in my chair. The taste can spread, but I know you aren't there, so I'll hide myself in a bottle of beer." And also, The sun is gone, but the light still burns. The view up here makes me bitter clear. It's poignant stuff, yeah? In spite of the high-energy instrumentation, the song is chasing a mournful vibe through the lens of morose alcoholic self-medication. So how is View used in other media? Well, it's used as the theme song in the comedy family adventure film Tad the Lost Explorer. I've watched Tad the Lost Explorer, and I can tell you, no, nothing in that film is even the slightest bit relevant to these lyrics. The director likely chose the song for its energy and not its meaning. That mindset is poison to me. It's the same superficial reasoning that gives way to prejudice and appropriation. Lyrics mean things, and sure, no one person has the right interpretation of them, but using some thought to engage with them should be encouraged. If we look at things only for their outwardly appealing qualities and ignore the soul beneath, we're likely to miss all the most beautiful things that art and other people have to offer. So every time some mega corporation starts blaring Take On Me in the middle of an irrelevant scene in their exploitative, nostalgia-pandering blockbuster, it hurts a bit.